In this video, let's look into the recruitment methods used by organizations to recruit new employees. First, what is the meaning of recruitment? It is the process undertaken by the organization to search for prospective employees required for the job. So, according to the definition given by Edwin B. Flippo, it is the process of searching for a prospective employee and stimulating and encouraging them to apply for the job in the organization. Why does this recruitment process even start? It is because of the reason like retirement of an employee, death of an employee, resignation of job by an employee, disablement of an employee, or dismissal of an employee. So these are the reasons why recruitment first started. Next, this recruitment is a process followed in an organization. So let's look into what sort of process is followed for recruiting an employee. So first, planning the recruitment. Secondly, determining how much of vacancies are there in the recruitment. Thirdly, identifying the sources from where the employees can be recruited. Fourthly, drafting information for advertising, that is to select the proper advertising channel. Next is selecting the suitable mode of advertisement. Next, facilitating selection process. Finally, it's evaluation and the control. So this recruitment process is taken up from two sources, that is internal and the external source. So now let's look into the internal source. That is, internal source consists of transfer, promotion, upgrading, demotion, retired employees, retrenched employees, dependents and relatives of deceased employees. Let's look into all these internal sources of recruitment in detail. So first, taking into consideration is transfer. So this transfer is the simplest way through which an employee can be recruited. That is, from one department, because of the surplus staff in that department, the employee is being transferred to another department which is deficit of staff. Secondly is upgrading. Upgrading is nothing but performance appraisal. So that is, when an employee performs very well in an organization, he is given a higher position. So from a lower level, he is come to the managerial and the executive level. So that is upgrading. Thirdly is promotion. So based on seniority basis and merits of the employees, promotions are given. So this makes the employee move up in the hierarchical order. Fourthly is demotion. So demotion is movement of employee from a higher position to a lower position. So this may be caused due to any poor performance or the fault performed by the employee. Next is recommendation by the existing employee. So recruitment takes place by recommendation or referring the employee by the existing employee of an management. So the existing employee can refer, or he can recommend family members, relatives, or people of good background for that particular vacancy. So next is job rotation. So job rotation is one single employee managing or learning to manage various job roles. So this is highly used in banks. So in banks, if you see, each and every employee is placed in each and every job role so that he learns and understands how to perform that job and to fill in for the job if there is any vacancy or there is an absentee in that particular job. Next is retention. Retention is the retiring employee can be used to meet the requirement or after superannuation as per the management duration. That is, a retiring employee can be retained back for the organization's requirement. So if there is no recruitment process going on and there are no fresh candidates for recruiting in that particular retiring post, they can retain the retiring employee itself. Next is retired employees. So the employees who have already been retired can fill vacancies as they have the required qualification and experience. If they have the qualification and experience, they can always go in for the next job, saying as that he is a retired employee and he can fill in for the next job. Next is dependence. So dependence is where a particular employee is deceased or is dead during duty or during performing the organization goal or the function of the organization. the dependents are given a chance of that particular deceased employee. So the legal heirs or the bloodline of that particular deceased employee is given a job to fill his place. Next is previous applicants. So the applicants who have already applied for any job advertisement in the past given by the company, those applicants will be selected at the point of time where they can be utilized. Next is acquisition and merger. So this is another way of recruiting employees by which organizations acquire another organization. That is, one particular organization buying another organization and merging it together as sister concerns or one unit. Then the employees and the employment in that particular organization is also merged. So this will give rise to recruitment process.